Computer security and safety, ethics and privacy are covered in Chapter 10. Although computer crime seldom involves violence, it is far from a victimless crime. Every year, computer crime costs U.S. businesses and citizens billions of dollars. Cybercrime refers to online or internet-based illegal acts. Today, cybercrime is one of the FBI's top 3 priorities. A computer security risk is an event or action that causes loss of or damage to a computer system. There are several types of security risk, including software theft, hardware theft, unauthorized access and use, internet and network attacks by computer viruses, worms, and Trojan horses, system failure, and information theft. Some of these breaches to computer security are accidental, others are planned. A virus is a potentially damaging computer program. A worm is a program that copies itself repeatedly, and a Trojan horse is a program that hides or looks like a legitimate program. Computer viruses, worms, and Trojan horses are classified as malware, short for malicious software. It is predicted that there will soon be 8.5 million different virus strains for IBM and compatible computers. If your computer is showing one or more of the symptoms shown on this screen, there is a good chance that it has become infected. One way a virus can spread through an email message is with an attached document. The email message is sent to users around the world. If a user opens the attachment, their computer becomes infected with the virus. If the email is deleted because the receiver does not recognize the name of the sender, the computer will not become infected with the virus. Antivirus programs protect computers against viruses by identifying and removing any computer viruses. Most antivirus programs also protect against worms and Trojan horses. One technique that antivirus programs use is to identify a virus by looking for virus signatures. A virus signature, also known as a virus definition, is a known specific pattern of virus code. Computer users should update their antivirus program signature files regularly. Examples of Internet and network attacks include a botnet, denial of service attack, backdoor, and spoofing. A firewall is hardware and/or software that protects a network's resources from intrusion by users on another network such as the Internet. All networked and online computer users should use a firewall. Some operating systems include personal firewalls. A personal firewall utility protects personal computers and data from unauthorized intrusions. The firewall monitors transmissions to and from the computer and informs the user of an attempted intrusion. One way to prevent unauthorized access and use by employees is with a written acceptable use policy. When it is documented and explained to employees, an acceptable use policy provides justification for terminating the employment of any individuals caught using computers in an unauthorized manner. An acceptable use policy should also specify the acceptable use of computers by employees for personal reasons. Most networked systems require that users correctly enter a username and password before they can access the network. There are many ways to make your password more secure, including a longer password. Longer passwords provide greater security. Some websites use CAPTCHA, CAPTCHA, which displays a series of distorted characters and requires the user to enter the characters correctly to continue using the website. This is one way to verify that the user input is not computer generated. Other ways to control computer access is through the use of a possessed object or a biometric device. Digital forensics involves the examination of computer media, programs, data, and log files on computer servers and networks, and is used to analyze evidence found on computers and networks. There are many preventive measures that can be taken to reduce the risk of hardware theft, including controlling physical access, installing physical security devices, and using keys to access a hard disk. Mobile computer users especially must take special precautions to protect their equipment. Software theft is the act of stealing or illegally copying software or intentionally erasing programs. Software piracy is illegal duplication of copyrighted software. Piracy is an expensive problem for the software industry. Estimates are that software piracy costs the industry more than 35% of its business annually. Software vendors have tried several copy protection schemes, including special formatting that cannot be copied, key disks that must be inserted to use the software, and access codes that have to be entered each time a program is run. Unfortunately, these measures seldom deter software pirates and often annoy legitimate users. A license agreement gives the user the right to use the software. The user does not own the software, but only has the right to use the software under specific conditions. A single user license agreement usually allows the user to install the software on one computer, make a backup copy, and then sell the software only after removing it from the computer. Product activation is one technique used by software producers to try to decrease software theft. Product activation allows the user to input a product identification number online or by phone in order to receive a unique installation ID number. Encryption safeguards against information theft. Encryption is the process of converting plain text, that is readable data, into ciphertext, that is unreadable characters. An encryption key, the formula, often uses more than one method. To read the data, the recipient must decrypt or decipher the data. Methods for securing email messages include Pretty Good Privacy, PGP, and digital signatures. Web browsers provide secure data transmission using encryption. A secure site is a website that uses encryption to secure data. A digital certificate is a notice that guarantees a website is legitimate. Web addresses of secure sites often begin with HTTPS instead of HTTP. Browsers also often display a lock symbol in the window. System failure is defined as prolonged malfunction of a computer. The malfunction can cause loss of hardware, software, data, or information. There are many causes of system failure, including aging hardware, natural disasters, or electrical power disturbances. To protect against electrical power disturbances, a surge protector can provide a stable current flow to the computer and other electronic equipment. In addition to operating when power is completely lost, an uninterruptible power supply also cuts in when line conditions become unsatisfactory due to voltage levels, spikes, or related events. The uninterruptible power supply provides alternate power to permit a safe shutdown of the computer system. To prevent against data loss caused by system failure or hardware or software theft, computer users must back up files regularly. A backup is a duplicate of a file, program, or disk that can be used if the original is lost, damaged, or destroyed. Because approximately 80% of wireless networks have no security protection, they pose additional security risks. Intruders connect to wireless networks to gain free internet access or to access an organization or individual's confidential data. In addition to protecting hardware, software, and data, the health of computer users must also be protected. There are many health concerns regarding computer use. Some of the health risks include computer vision syndrome, repetitive strain injury, and computer addiction. One way to prevent some of the health concerns of computer users is through the use of a workplace that is ergonomically designed. Some computer users become obsessed with the computer and the internet. Computer addiction is becoming a growing health problem. Computers can be used for both good and bad intentions. Computer ethics are the moral guidelines that govern the use of computers and information systems. Green computing refers to reducing electricity and environmental waste while using computers. People use and often waste resources such as electricity and paper while using a computer. Listed on this screen are several green computing suggestions. A cookie is a small text file that a web server stores on your computer. When you visit a website, the browser searches your hard disk for a cookie associated with the website. If the browser finds a cookie, it sends the information from the cookie file to the website. For example, online shopping sites use cookies for keeping track of items in a user's shopping cart. Unfortunately, however, some websites sell or trade information stored in your cookies. Web browsers allow users to set the browser to accept cookies, prompt the user to accept cookies, or disable cookies. Spyware is a program placed on a computer without the user's knowledge. Email filtering and anti-spam programs can be used to control spam. Spam is an unsolicited email message that is sent to many recipients. Phishing involves an official-looking email message that attempts to obtain your personal and financial information. Farming is similar to phishing, except information is obtained via spoofing. Spoofing is when you are directed to a phony website that looks legitimate.